Hello everybody and welcome to the final episode of our F1 2014 career mode here on the channel. It is the finale at Abu Dhabi, and I had absolutely no idea that there was double points in 2014 for the season finale, so this is completely new to myself, but obviously we're coming in looking for second in the title. I thought we had 2 races left for some reason, but no, we only have 1, so 7 points between myself and Fernando Alonso. The goal, quite simple, beat him today and just hope things work out and we end up second to Lewis Hamilton to end F1 2014. Ready to go for qualifying here from Abu Dhabi now as we kick things off and head down this run towards turn number 1. A little bit cautious there into that first turn. Get hard on the power though on the exit now as we head through these S's. Got to remember, of course, this is the old school Abu Dhabi, of course, which has this little chicane right here before that hairpin. Of course, used to just sending it into the hairpin nowadays on the current modern day F1 games. Oh my goodness, that is not going to be fun if it drives like that all race long. Really slidey through the exit there, and actually really slidey everywhere apparently out of that hairpin as well. My goodness, I'm surprised we're this close to who's currently on pole, Fernando Alonso. Another chicane on the way. We'll break just around the 100 marker, get this thing slowed down to second gear, and oh yeah, this is gonna be an interesting Grand Prix. The rear tires just want to kind of slip out everywhere so far. Now we'll get that DRS open again. Hamilton back out in front, and another chicane to get through. Of course, they changed this into a hairpin IRL, but not even sure where to brake for this one, so we're just going to go for that 100 marker. Is usually kind of the safe bet, at least now, as I'm quite impressed with the pace because we have been running a pretty poor lap, and yet Hamilton, who's now pole, is right there in front of us, so I'm actually pretty content with that. But we need to put this final sector together, because if we can't do that, well then, you know, we're going to drop way back, but we're trying to stay close. A bit of a mistake there as we come through the... Oh, Hamilton makes a mistake. Alonso as well goes through again, so obviously we need to beat Fernando here today. Not looking hot when he's about to be pole position. I'm going to go way wide. That's going to hurt our time quite a bit here in the final couple of moments now through the final turn. I'm actually pretty confident because the car drove so bad. I drove pretty bad as well. And yet, we manage 10th position. Hamilton still P3, and Vettel and Hamilton very close within a few tenths of a second there. But P10 is where we will start for the series finale of F1 2014. As we get ready to start our final race in F1 2014, just want to say thank you to everybody that watched and supported this series for all Grand Prix, and if maybe you found the channel this way, appreciate it as well and hope you've enjoyed. There will be a break between F1 2014 and 2015 due to the release of F1 24, which is right around the corner. About a week from now, we're racing here for the series finale from Abu Dhabi. At the end of this series, we'll move on to F1 2015 and join the Ferrari team, as we will be alongside the current Red Bull driver of Sebastian Vettel, still seeking our first championship in as well. My goodness, that was not ideal, and actually, wow, I had a big frame drop for the first time in this game. Actually, that's the first time ever. But we're going to be alongside Sebastian Vettel at the Ferrari team next season, still in search of our first world title. We're just going to split through 3 wide in the middle. Hey, there's a car there, sir, as that was Felipe Massa. My goodness, things in the season finale immediately getting aggressive. Was the race in daytime in real life? I don't feel like it was, but it is daytime here, at least in the game, which is interesting. But 14 laps of racing around this Yas Marina circuit, so we got a lot of time here, lots of opportunities hopefully on the way. But right now what I don't like to see is Hamilton's down in second as Fernando Alonso leads away and is trying to drive away. Now, of course, even if we win this race with double points, I'm not quite sure, so obviously 25 points is going to be 50, so I guess second place with double points, I think we should be able to definitely beat Fernando Alonso then if he was to finish in, say, third. So double points is going to play into our benefit here. 1 lap complete, we are up to P5, just behind our soon-to-be future teammate of Sebastian Vettel. The cone in turn 1 completely knocked off right there, as we have already reeled in this Red Bull, feeling very confident about the pace in this game. Of course, oh my god, I just went for a ride. But we look at, you know, this career mode as a whole, this one season we've done here in F1 2014, and it has been definitely the most adventurous career season we've done. Now, of course, we started on F1 2012, we moved on to F1 2013, where we were finally able to get some wins, and then F1 2014 comes along, and it was such a drastic change with the handling and whatnot. Kind of feels like F1 23 into F1 24 actually, but we have since then, been able to figure out the game. We stuck with it and made it work. I remember, when I first started the game, I was told it was going to be impossible on a wheel, and we have just stuck with it and we've made it work, and now we've won 2 Grand Prix late in the season. I'm happy with what we've accomplished, of course, but obviously Mercedes not quite as happy as I was, off of Hamilton for probably the first half of the season, and then of course we've rallied back in the last half pretty decently, but we just haven't quite had enough. And of course when Hamilton's long gone in the championship and I'm still P3 coming into the finale, it makes sense as why Mercedes is looking to move on going into F1 2015 now, as we continue to put some pressure on the back of Sebastian Vettel. Here's the problem though, just the car slides around like crazy here. I feel like we're going to really struggle today to be able to maintain our pace as the run goes on. Vettel going defensive here into turn number 1. We're on him, but just not quite able to make a move. But here we go. We exit right on the back of him now. This is going to be the opportunity that we're looking for. We'll stay put. Oh my goodness. That was not what I expected. That was not my intention at all with Seb now, but I'm still going to take advantage of it. Don't mind if I go up the inside here, but I just kind of... Oh, there's a warning. That's good. Oh my goodness, the handling, it is just all over the place. We go up into 4th, but I think it's going to be temporary because, yeah, I'm going to be under pressure here. But my goodness, the handling of this car is all over the place. I mean, did not mean to run into the back of Seb, and then, of course, slipping and sliding all over. It's just not good. Here comes Valtteri Bottas now. Look at Bottas and the speed there, as now he's going to go through and take the position and just plant the bus right there in front of me. So now we go from 5th to 4th back to 5th again. But now we should have DRS, so we should be able to breeze past Bottas here. We'll go to the right side of the track, and here we go. We'll use a straight line speed. I'm not going to use any rich fuel mix quite yet. Just want to get the job done like that. And now hopefully we can focus in on trying to close up on Kevin Magnussen, who's having a great run here. 3 seconds up the road in that 3rd position. A lot of work to do if we're going to go run him down, and there we go. I mean, this car... it is driving so bad in this season finale. Vettel is going to slip through. He's dropping down the order. We're down to P7 as I'm looking at when's the pit window. I'm not 100% sure. Lap 6, so a couple of laps until that opens, but I am slipping and sliding everywhere right now. This is absolutely terrible. Look at this. This is the worst the car has driven all season. I am struggling so hard that I am going to box a lap early here. My pit window is next lap, but I'm going to box right here because I can't do anything right now. I am so much under pressure from Kimi Räikkönen. 2nd in the championships, not looking very likely right now, but we're going to come in a lap early and just try to find something here, because my goodness, the longer the run goes, this car drives absolutely horrendously. It's not good. So we'll come in, we'll take the yellow stripe off, put the white stripe on, and just see what we can do on this, final run of the season. Less than 10 laps to go in the F1 2014 career mode. We are going to probably exit well down the order here. Absolutely. Here comes Grosjean now. That'll put us down to P16 as we go down through the tunnel. Hopefully we can come out in that empty space. I don't think we will. I think we're going to have to deal with a couple cars. Yeah, we will. So we're down in 18th place. Not pretty, but I suspected it after qualifying, and I was right. That car, it just likes to slip like crazy as these laps go on. So we're going to have to be really careful here. We're going to have to manage this as this race continues on, because we got plenty of racing still to go. We got some battles here side by side right in front of us. We're gaining heaps of time on both drivers. I'm going to try and lunge one up the inside of Pastor Maldonado. We'll get the overtake done on him. And then we've got Adrian Suttle just in front of us there. But I'm already a little bit uncomfortable with how the car's driving right there. But I think we'll be okay, hopefully. Now, let's see. Can we get enough of a run to just send it? I think so. Yeah, we're close enough to go for it. He's actually going to cover the right side, so we'll send it around the right. He covered the left, sorry. I think I said right. But we go around the right side, and we'll take advantage and continue our slow climb forward here. More cars into the pit lane now. We'll breeze past several of them now, and hopefully we'll gain at least a little bit of time overall. We'll wait and see. I'm not sure who this is. Is this Vettel right here? If that's Vettel right there, then yeah, it is Vettel. We have definitely gained some time by doing this. So, we have a couple of options here. We could just kind of chill behind Seb, save our tires, and hope we don't deal with what we dealt with in the first run because of that. Or we can just try to get on with it, gain as much time as we can now, and just suffer the consequences of the poor driving car a little bit later on. We'll see what we can do as this lap progresses. We got a big run here on Sebastian Vettel. We'll go up the inside into the braking zone. He'll let us have it at the apex. Thank you very much, Danny Rick. I'm all over the place today. Sebastian Vettel. Next up, Daniel Kvyat in the Toro Rosso. We'll see if we can catch him before the lap is over. Preferably not, because I would rather not get held up, and he's got a good gap on us, so he should be okay. Here we go for more positions gained now. I really need something to go wrong for Fernando Alonso here today, but I just don't see that happening, of course. And wow, look at this. So it's not that we gained a lot of time overall. It's just Sebastian Vettel must have had a really poor pit stop because we are behind Valtteri Bottas. So that is not what I wanted to see. We're going to be, yeah, I mean, it's game over unless we get, you know, an extremely fortunate change of circumstances here, such as an Alonso DNF or a safety car, either one. But other than that, without those things, I mean, we've got, practically no chance here at getting second in the world title. It's going to be a bit of a disappointing end as of right now to the season. My goodness, I was not ready for that. Bottas, I thought we would stay behind him for another couple of corners, wait till the hairpin here and come out of that, get the DRS and go. But no, he said different plans for you, and we will get past him. And now he's going to have the DRS, and he's got that Mercedes power behind that Williams. My wheel just is jolting to the left suddenly when I go over this side of the track, so that was fun. But Bottas has got to run, not enough actually, so we will stay ahead. We have found some time. We pulled away from Valtteri, and we are just 2.7 seconds behind Kevin Magnussen. I'm not sure who's in front of K-Mag in third, unless it's, actually, it's got to be Ricardo, now that I think about it. So, you know, is there a chance we can run these guys down? I hope so, but it's going to still be difficult. 2.5 seconds, we're actually fine, 0.2 of a second there. So, pretty happy with that, but what can we do in Sector 2? That's the big question. We are closing 1.2 seconds in a purple Sector 2. How about that? We are reeling these guys in suddenly. I'm not sure what has happened. I mean, I'm not complaining, that's for sure. But, I mean, I'm not driving any different than I was in the first run. It just seems like suddenly on this second run of the race, things are clicking with the tire, maybe? I'm not sure, but it's certainly something's different, but it's not my driving, I can tell you that. We just set the quickest lap of the Grand Prix, so there we go. We'll take that gladly with a 1:45.274. Next up, Kevin Magnussen. We'll focus in on closing in right here, and then of course get him on the first DRS straight. Magnussen's got absolutely nothing for us. We sweep through to the right side, and we'll take the position up into P4. Danny Rick right there in front of us for third. Unfortunately, Alonso's just gotten too much of a gap. He's no longer leading. That is now Lewis Hamilton. The car is really starting to slide now, so this might be the furthest we're going to be able to take this Mercedes before the end of this Grand Prix. We got just 2 laps to go. Unfortunately, as I expected there, when we had that moment of kind of slipping and sliding, I figured we weren't going to be able to do much more. And as expected, it's just gotten worse. So I'm not really able to reel in Danny Rick, unfortunately, now. So it's just kind of staying put where we are and just letting things happen. I'm going to get quite aggressive into the braking zone. A little bit too aggressive right there. Oh my goodness, all over the place. Yeah, this car, it's no longer happy, to say the least. So it's just about trying to bring it home at this point, because I have certainly got absolutely nothing for Daniel Ricciardo. So now let's just make sure that we can keep Kevin Magnussen at bay. 1 lap to go on the season, 1.9 seconds a gap, and that's Ricciardo driving away, and Magnussen is slowly reeling us in as well. So let's just bring it home at this point. It's been a heck of a ride here in F1 2014, but the final lap of the series is underway officially. In a miracle situation, you know, Fernando Alonso would have some kind of mechanical failure right about now, and we beat him for second in the standings, but unfortunately that's just not going to happen. So it's going to have to be a settle for third here in the overall championship standings, which it is what it is. With the challenges that we faced in this game, you know, over time, I mean, I'm not overly disappointed with a third place result in the standings. I mean, we gave it absolutely everything we had from start to finish, and we put in the big learning curve and just trying to adapt to it, and overall it has worked out pretty well at this point now as Ricciardo continues to drive off in the distance. This season absolutely dominated by Lewis Hamilton. I mean, he's pretty well won just about every single race. It's kind of like Max Verstappen in 2023 if you look at it. I mean, from the actual win percentage, it's been absolutely insane what Hamilton's been able to do in this game. Now as we come through the final sector, Lewis Hamilton, he's only got a couple of corners to go. He's got one turn to be exact remaining. As he'll round that final turn, Lewis Hamilton gets another one. He wins in Abu Dhabi and of course won the championship several rounds ago. At this point, Alonso crosses the line second. He'll beat us for second in the championship. Unfortunately, we'll have to settle for P3, and around the final turn in the actual Grand Prix itself, we settle for P4. We'll take it. A heck of a season, and it finally comes to an end here in Abu Dhabi. There we see the final finishing order there with Hamilton, Alonso, Ricciardo on the podium, and of course 50 points for Hamilton, 36 actually. So if we finished second, we would not have beat Alonso. If he finished third, he would have had to been fourth for us to beat him. We would have still lost by a single point. No DNFs here in the season finale, series finale. You look at the standings, there you have it. Alonso beats us by 19. Hamilton wins by over 150 points. Let's do the quick calculation on how many races that is. That's, what, 6 Grand Prix he won the championship by? That's absolutely insane. So, unbelievable season. Of course, we do win the Constructors. Red Bull ends up beating Ferrari for second. That's it for F1 2014 Career Mode. It was a heck of a ride. Thank you guys for the support all series long, and I'll see you guys in the next one where we kick off our F1 2015 Career Mode. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.